Under the bright Hawaiian sun, Renovation Aloha looked like a dream come true, a television love letter to the islands. Tristan and Kalama, the husband and wife duo from Oahu, were celebrated as local heroes, turning neglected properties into stunning tropical escapes. But just months after the HGTV premiere, the paradise image began to crack. Behind the heartwarming family moments and beautiful remodels, a very different story was quietly unfolding, one that would shake Hawaii's renovation world and raise tough questions about how real estate shows truly operate. Tristan and Kamahai weren't outsiders parachuting in for fame. They were native Hawaiians who grew up on Oahu, started their family there, and built their reputation long before any cameras arrived. Back in 2018, they began flipping homes to support their growing family, often documenting the hard work on social media. Within a few years, their charisma and sense of aloha caught HGTV's attention. In February 2024, Renovation Aloha premiered, spotlighting two passionate entrepreneurs breathing life into old island homes and showcasing Hawaii's community spirit. On screen, everything looked effortless, walls came down, new roofs went up, and smiling families moved in. It seemed like the perfect story of resilience and heart. As the season aired, however, questions began to circulate. Local contractors and some sharp-eyed viewers wondered how the Kalamas managed to finish such major remodels so quickly. Hawaii's Department of Planning and Permitting, known as DPP, is infamous for slow approvals, sometimes taking a year or more to process a single permit. Yet the Kalamas were shown transforming homes in just weeks. What was their secret? In early December 2024, the answer began to emerge when the investigative newsroom Honolulu Civil Beat published a bombshell report that changed everything. The Civil Beat investigation revealed that the Kalamas had repeatedly begun construction projects before receiving approved permits, or in some cases had completed work far beyond the scope of what had actually been approved. One example quickly caught attention: the house in Kalihi featured in Renovation Aloha's very first episode. There's a tree growing through the roof. On television, it appeared as a dramatic $425,000 transformation. The couple combined two structures, lifted part of the house on stilts, replaced the roof, and remodeled several kitchens and bathrooms. But according to city records, the permit filed for that project was valued at only $80,000 and listed nothing more than new windows and a carport. No structural renovations were ever approved. Honolulu's DPP confirmed that a permit covering such extensive work had never been granted. 2 days after the report, on December 6, 2024, city officials took the rare step of revoking the Kalamas' permit for the Kalihi project. Planning Director Don Takeuchi Apuna said the paperwork had been misleading and that leaving out major work from the application was unacceptable. It was an extraordinary move, one that left both viewers and homeowners wondering what would happen next. The house was already complete and sold. The new owners were living there, unaware of what had unfolded behind the scenes. Would they be required to seek retroactive approval? Would they be forced to make expensive corrections? No one yet knew. But the city's message was clear: the rules had been broken. The revelation spread rapidly across Hawaii. Renovation Aloha became the talk of the islands. Some fans expressed disappointment, saying the couple they once viewed as symbols of native Hawaiian pride had let them down. Others defended them fiercely, blaming the system instead. Hawaii's building permit process is notorious for delays, and many locals sympathized with how frustrating it can be to wait months or even years for approvals. To them, the Kalamas weren't criminals. They were victims of a bureaucracy that often hinders rather than helps. They're fixing homes while the city drowns in red tape, one supporter wrote online. The debate split the community right down the middle. Were they reckless, or simply resourceful? That same day, December 6th, Tristan and Kamahai released a public statement across their social media pages. They said they were deeply disappointed in the Civil Beat article, calling it misleading and inaccurate. The couple insisted they valued safety, integrity, and compliance, and that they would never intentionally break the law. They acknowledged that permitting in Honolulu was a constant challenge and promised to improve their internal processes, including parting ways with certain contractors who had not met proper standards. They ended their message with gratitude for their supporters and a reaffirmation of their mission to uplift their community through hard work and aloha. Messages of encouragement flooded their pages, including one from fellow HGTV host Brian Kleinschmidt, who urged them to keep pushing forward. But while fans offered love online, real-world scrutiny intensified. Following Civil Beat's expose, Honolulu's DPP began reviewing every property connected to the Kalamas and their businesses. By February 2025, Civil Beat confirmed that at least 6 of the 8 homes featured in Season 1 had received formal violation notices for starting construction before permits were approved. The remaining 2 properties had technically applied for permits, but were listed for sale before the city issued final inspections. Inspectors also uncovered stop work orders and fines. In one serious case, they discovered that a Kalama-owned property in Kaimuki continued construction even after being ordered to stop, resulting in more than $30,000 in penalties by early 2025. For some families, the fallout became painfully personal. Several buyers who had purchased Kalama-renovated homes learned that portions of their properties lacked proper permits. Under Honolulu law, it is the homeowner, not the original builder, who must correct unpermitted work. That means paying retroactive fees, hiring engineers for inspections, and in some cases, tearing open finished walls. One couple who bought the renovated Kalihi home said they later discovered mold and structural cracks, realizing that the extensive remodel they admired on TV had never been officially approved. Instead of enjoying their dream home, they found themselves tangled in paperwork, facing unexpected costs and sleepless nights. As of early 2025, the Kalamas have not faced criminal charges, but they continue to work with city officials to resolve the violations and pay outstanding fines. They maintain that their intent was never deceptive and that they are committed to learning from the experience. HGTV has not issued any formal statement about disciplinary actions, and reruns of Renovation Aloha remain available on the Magnolia Network and Max streaming services. Local coverage indicates that the couple is still active in Hawaiʻi's real estate market and cooperating with authorities to bring their projects into compliance. Whether the series will return for another season has not been confirmed, but one thing is clear, the show's once perfect image now serves as a cautionary tale. Tristan and Kamahai Kalama began their HGTV journey with sincerity and ambition, hoping to show that local talent could restore Hawaii's homes while preserving its culture. Yet their rise and the controversy that followed have become a reminder that even the most well-intentioned efforts must play by the rules. In Hawaiʻi, the land is more than property, it is heritage, responsibility, and trust. Whether the Kalama story ends in redemption or regret will depend not on how they rebuild houses, but on how they rebuild credibility with the community that once cheered them on. If you found this story insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more verified updates on HGTV's real-life stories.
A quick pause. If you want to stay updated on all things HGTV, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video if you're enjoying it so far, and drop a comment to share your thoughts. All right, let's jump back in.